tell me, when you hear the word America, what do you think?
Ew, stinky.
Fascinating. Why do you think ooh stinky?
Ooh, stinky, bad. It could be because I've been having a 24 to 48 hour panic attack related to all things
America.
All things America.
Now,
could it be that?
Name me a type of food that you think is uniquely American, or just that is very a type of food that someone would say and you would think America.
Ooh, I don't know if I have a food that I think of America. I could think of food that makes me think New York, but I don't think that's the same thing.
Fantastic. So burgers, you wouldn't say?
I wouldn't say
No.
burgers and hot dogs and stuff, which
Okay.
I also know is definitely not American, even though I think that we probably are the per capita consumers of those things.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
Okay.
that doesn't...
Well, so this fun little intro doesn't work unless you say burgers.
So that you can yell at me? Who do you take me for? Do you think, what?
Hey, listen. Hey, I've tried this bit on 3 people today. Every single one of them said burgers. So
Really fascinating.
yeah.
That's fascinating. Do you know that there was a study that just came out that was about the harm of processed food? And in that study, they surveyed people who, and I quote, ate as little as 1 hot dog per day. Gang? Do we want to hear from the balanced side of the less than 364 hot dogs per year? Do we want to maybe take them into consideration about the or no?
I feel like I could do it. I feel like I could do 1 hot dog
A hot dog a day? Yeah.
No, I actually think I could probably do 2 hot dogs a day and be fine forever.
And be fine forever? You're going to accidentally redo Super Size Me?
Yeah, but I'm going to do it ethically and good this time, not like that fucking loser.
Yeah. You're not going to do it to hide your cocaine usage from your wife.
My alcoholism and drug addiction, yeah?
Yeah. Be like, no, I can't get erections because I eat so many hot dogs.
I eat too many, Mac. It's the Big Mac.
It's the Big Macs that are doing it.
The Big Mac has
it's not the
anti-erection
cocaine.
juice in it. Wasn't he also vegan?
Allegedly, but apparently that I think that's also maybe
vegan.
Allegedly vegan.
An alcoholic.
Are you drinking a cold brewski? Are you drinking a cold one with the boys?
It's summertime. I have 2 eyes and a heart, don't I? I'm just drinking a nice cold one with my boys. What are you drinking?
Yeah. Whiskey diet.
Classic Dillin drink. Big into
Classic
it, actually.
Dillin.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Neat. Well, so my cold open doesn't work anymore, so we'll just skip. We'll just go right into it.
I think it worked just fine. I think it was good. I think we all learned something.
That's true. It turned from being an event that I did today into a educational visit, and I think that's infinitely more important. Yeah.
What is a food you associate with England?
Probably a roast dinner. Like a beef roast dinner, like a carvery.
Yeah. Who'd they steal that from?
I don't think anyone. I think that's just a British thing. Was your cold open attempting to get me to say like a curry? Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. Hey, we haven't recorded in 2 weeks. I'm glad we're super out of sync. I'm glad that
hostile.
We had a thing the other day. Oh, we were talking on the phone, and I was talking about how I just finished Final Fantasy VI and I was going into Final Fantasy VII, and I was like, but I've finished Final Fantasy VII a million times. And then, because I'm doing the thing where I finish...
this was insane, actually.
Where I play every single Final Fantasy in a row, and I'm on 7.
Yeah.
And then, Dylan, you said...
So Robin is like, yeah, I'm not, like, I don't know if I'm going to enjoy it that much because I've played them so many times. And I said, yeah, but, and they said, I know. And then repeated what I was about to say verbatim.
It's like, I know. Because I've just played all of the previous ones, I'm going to get a new appreciation for 7 now I play it this time. And Dylan was like, yes, actually. Yeah, that's exactly what I was going to say.
Word for word what I was about to say to you.
I've crawled into your brain and I've started just taking little bits of it to keep.
And good. Yeah. Because that was where you were invited.
Yes. Yeah.
Thank goodness.
Yeah. I would never crawl around in your brain and take little pieces for me if you didn't say, hey, the door to my brain is open. That would be gross.
That would be gross. You did start, though. And I was like, you know what? It's okay. Yeah.
Hey, listen, I'm not saying I'm not gross. I'm just saying the act of doing that is gross.
Is gross.
But what are you going to do?
Hey ho.
Speaking of what you're going to do, what are we doing here?
We're recording Dorkspawn in the first time in 2 weeks, which for some reason feels to me like a calendar year.
We've
never taken a break like this.
Actually, truthfully, we haven't seen each other's faces since our last recording. Because normally in between weeks, we at least have a call where we just hang out on call together. But we haven't. It's been 2 weeks of voice notes. I feel like I had a little picture of you in my wallet in the trenches.
I do stare at your picture. I do stare.
Canadian immigration.
I have your passport photo that I just stare at.
Yeah, you just look at. Mm-hmm. That's good.
Yeah.
If we take a really good picture together, I might put it as my phone wallpaper. I'm looking for a new one.
That should happen.
Yeah, we'll do it.
Couple weeks, we'll do it.
We're going to see each other in a couple weeks. Yeah, we'll do it then.
Perfect. We are recording Dorkspawn because, hi, my name is Dylan. I've played 2 Mass Effect games.
Oh, hello there. My name is Robin. I've played the Mass Effect franchise 100 billion times.
Yes, and we are into Mass Effect 3. We played, the last time you heard us, we had played through the prologue, and now it is time for some rad story. I have to preface because I do think we talked about this in the last episode, but I've been told I need to address it because I did punch that journalist on the Citadel. Rowan is feeling unsafe in her home as a journalist, knowing that I'm capable of such things, and she would like that known. So I figure.
So you have no statement about it. Rowan does have a statement, and then
Rowan has a statement about it. I stand by my actions. Yeah. She was rude and weird.
Good shit.
Huge. Yeah. So we did this week Priority Palaven and Priority Eden Prime.
Yeah, baby.
And I want to say, I was saying this before we started recording, I like the feel of this game so much. I'm really enjoying playing. I feel like the combat, while I still don't prefer the shooting aspect of this game, because I just don't like shooters generally speaking, it is feeling way less stressful challenging to me. Mm-hmm. It is just really smooth gameplay. Also, I got my fun N7 tracksuit for back on the ship. Ani is looking super cool and casual. I love it. I've customized my armor too. I've got a nice blue and pink kind of patterned armor that looks sick as hell.
Love that. Did you customize your armor in 2 at all, or is it just in 3?
No, I didn't. I didn't customize it in 2. Or sure. I might have. And I just didn't
go that much into it.
It didn't do that much, yeah.
Yeah.
So, for Palaven, which is the first thing I did, because I think that is just the first thing you do, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, you're pretty much immediately taken there.
Yeah. So, sorry, I keep coughing. So, the thing with this, after Mars is over, you just have that Beefcake James and Liara Tassani with you, and you head down to Palaven, it's called?
Palaven, yeah. Which is the Turian moon.
The Turian moon, that's what it is. It's not the Turian planet.
No, you can see the Turian planet from Palaven, and it is deeply upsetting.
It is deeply upsetting.
You're seeing it, literally the whole world on fire, pretty much.
Yeah,
yeah. It's dark.
Yeah. So there is, when we go there, there's like an encampment set up. Like, people are defending this place actively from the Reapers. And we are out there trying to find like the I want to call him a general. He is a General Corinthus, who's leading the charge against them here. You find him like pretty quick. You fight your way through some stuff, and
you have a great. Before, like, as you're getting to the planet, there's a really cool space battle happening. All around you between the Turian fleet and the Reapers. Hey, gang, if you're to get me on board with whatever you're doing, put in a space battle. Oh my god, they're the coolest shit in the fucking world.
My guy loves a space battle.
Oh my god, I love a space battle. It's really cool. The Turian ships are really fun designs. And having them fighting all the Reapers, and then the Normandy FTLs in and then lands, and then you're running around trying to find this guy.
Yeah,
cool.
Find this guy, and almost I think immediately in the same scene, find my guy Garrus Vicarian.
Yeah,
and we have a little moment where he it's really hot, actually. Like, it's very subtle but very smooth in the way that Garrus always is, I feel. But Garrus says hi. We have this like, oh my god, I didn't think I'd see you again. And then like, he like just leans in and grabs my hand, and we have like there's like a tender little close up on the two of us. And leans in and it's like, I'm so glad you're okay. And then we just like go back to the mission at hand. Absolutely incredible. Joker is saying that the Normandy systems are not getting through, and so we have to go through to like repair
a comm tower.
Their comm tower that's gotten damaged in this big fight. We go and do that. Fun. This is feeling very Dragon Age to me a little bit. These fights. Little big Dragon Age vibes from this, where it's like defend the tower, and you're like, you're like one squad mate is like trying to repair something as you're like all shooting others off the guard tower or whatever, stuff like that. Then after we do that, we have to like go and defend another part of the encampment.
So, because we are there to find Primarch Fedorian, who when we land on the moon, it turns out Primarch Fedorian is already dead. And because Turian is the Turians have such a militaristic society, they have a direct militaristic chain of command.
Right. So we have to figure out who's going to be the next guy.
And then it hits this general, and this general's like, okay, oh no, it doesn't get to the general yet. It gets to the guy above the general, Primarch Vitas, and he's like, all right, you have to get to him. He is like a hard ass, like he's not necessarily a hard ass, but he is very high up, but not well liked in the Turian, like officials rankings, because he keeps doing things weirdly. He rarely falls in line. He's always doing stuff. He's seen as a bit of a rebel. which for us as humans, fuck yeah, that's great. That's exactly who we need.
But in
for
Turian culture,
that's very scary, and that's a weird thing. We're seeing cool as fuck shit. There are Reaper dragons that are flying around now, and there's the Reapers are in full force. These is every race they've ever enslaved.
Right, because we see Reaper. We see Reaper Turians. Right,
there's Reaper Turians now. They originally just had it was like just collectors and husks, which are Reaper people. But now Reaper Turians are coming in because the Reapers are killing Turians, and grabbing them, immediately doing it, and chucking them back on the field. This is why Reapers are horrifying, because they kill your soldiers, get them to stand up, and then fight you. Really cool to see.
Shit.
Very scary.
Every fight feels so epic in a way that is not like every fight feels dreadful. Every fight feels like, oh, it's the end of the world and we are the last people.
Every fight feels like a finale. It's really great.
It's really exciting.
Again, we said this, and you said that you're loving the mechanics. Again, this is my favorite of the three. It feels great. Like, the whole thing is awesome. So cool.
Also, Liara's fucking death move is I'm actually engaging with these things, getting Liara to throw her move where she creates a black hole in the center of a guy,
and then just and has them all get pulled toward it.
Hot shit.
All of your companions are talking to each other. They're talking in cutscenes. They're engaging in what's going on. They're talking about the exact words that you just said. They're interacting in ways that's I wonder what would happen if I had the other guy with us. I wonder what would happen if this person was with us instead of the person who I brought along. It's really fucking cool. Garrus, as you're running to this guy, fighting through all these creatures, these Reapers, you look up at a huge explosion that's happening on the central planet, on the Turian planet.
On the planet,
and Garrus says, hey, you see that fire? That's where I grew up. That's where my family lives. But then he later is they're not there. I did get them out. They're far away. He says that he has his dad and his sister have run away. He also mentions that to do this fight, they need Krogan. Obviously, Krogan are not helping Turians. The Turians did a genocide on the Krogan. The Krogan are no, fuck you. I'm not helping you at all. Why would we do that? And then that becomes our goal. Try to convince the Turians to try to convince the Krogan to help the Turians. And it's every line of dialogue we're getting is a new, oh shit, fuck, I should probably do that. Fuck, I should probably deal with this. I should deal with this issue that has been ingrained in these cultures. Exactly. There's no time to fuck around. It's great.
Right. The brutes, terrifying. Oh my god, so terrifying.
I love them. I love them so much because they have this big charge ability where they storm towards you.
I killed one during a charge and got an achievement for it.
Oh,
I was shooting at
it
as it was running towards me.
That's fucking sick.
Oh my god, it was terrifying. I was so excited.
My ability to teleport into someone, we are it's running toward me. I charge into it, and we're both clashing at each other. It's so fun. The way that gun mechanics work in this game is really neat. In the previous two titles, Mass Effect 1, you were fully segmented. You only had a certain amount of things. Mass Effect 2, kind of similar. Mass Effect 3, you can pick any weapon that you want, but you can also not take weapons, and the less weapons you bring, the lighter your load is and the quicker your abilities recharge. In a way that I think is really cool. So you can, if you wanted, customize your guide to be actually, I want to be packing so much firepower, but I will use my abilities once in a blue moon. I have taken everything away from myself except for a shotgun. I have plus 150 recharge time, so I'm ramming into someone, shotgunning them, and I do 2 shotgun blasts, and my ability has recharged, and I charge into them again. I'm doing it every few seconds. Feels fucking great. Love it. Love the gunplay in this game. Think it's so fun.
It's great.
Then, yeah, you then kill all of these brutes. You stop this one wave of Reapers. The Turians are like, holy shit, okay, we can breathe for a second, and it turns out to literally be a second because another Reaper immediately replaces the one that died, and you look up and there are hundreds of thousands of them in the sky, and you're like, okay, I'm sorry, I can't stay.
And so we have to get the general out of there, and bring him back to the Normandy. And at that point, or somewhere around there, Liara was like, I'm gonna go get the ship started. And so then it's just me and the Beefcake and Garrus, and we grab the general and fight our way back to the Normandy, get scooped up, and then a series of the coolest shit ever happens. And so we talked to Admiral Hackett on the ship. We talked to a few people. I don't really remember. I didn't take great notes about those conversations, but we get the general onto the ship. And we learn then about a couple more things that we can do. We learn about some missives from the Citadel, some places that we can go. I also got a message from Caden Alenko that he's awake and he'd like to see us.
Yeah.
Couple of different things. And then Joker is like, hey, the AI core is on fire, I think. Can we figure that out? Now, I want to say that the sexual tension between Edie and Joker in the beginning of this game is off the fucking charts, to the point where before I got this next scene, I said out loud to Viditya, I gotta get Edie a chassis so that she can raw dog Joker.
Yeah, baby.
And then I go investigate this quote unquote fire in the AI and find out that Edie has straight up broken out of containment and took over Dr. Ava's body.
Yep.
And she looks sick as hell because she's not like Dr. Ava. She's like all silver. She's got like this
she's chrome
cool ass chrome look.
Yeah.
And she's just in a body. She's one of our fucking crewmates now.
She's one of our crewmates. She's one of our squad.
I fucking screamed. I don't remember if it was Shepard who says it or somebody else, but somebody is like, Joker's gonna fucking love this.
Yeah.
Everybody knows that these two want to fuck each other. Everybody knows it.
And then
it's so
if you go
crazy.
speak to Joker afterwards, this dude is horned up.
Horned up.
This guy
Crazy. She's
This
sat
guy is
next
funny.
to him in the co-pilot's
co-pilot.
chair.
Yeah. It's fucking awesome. It's a really cool thing because Mass Effect 1, Joker fucking loves the Normandy. That's his ship, baby.
Yeah.
Mass Effect 2, he joins Cerberus to fly the Normandy again. It's his ship. He loves it so much.
And he also saves the Normandy at the end of 2.
Absolutely. Edie joins in. He doesn't like Edie. And then Edie becomes the Normandy and becomes this representation of the Normandy. And then they have this great banter.
They start licking each other.
And
it's
then
crazy.
She gets a physical form, and the Normandy is a person now. The best shit ever.
Hot.
Fucking awesome.
Hot.
Yeah, it's a great through line of like, oh, Joker is going to fuck the Normandy as a person, as a robot.
Oh yeah,
it's awesome.
I can't wait to see what's next there. I went and talked to a couple people. This is where I really went to explore the Normandy and go see everybody.
Yep.
I talked to Samantha Trainer, our
Love Samantha
influencer.
Trainer. Oh yeah, sorry. Samantha Trainer, and then comma, the influencer is another person you spoke to, because Trainer is the specialist.
Trainer is a specialist. What is the... Sorry, I mixed the names up. Who is the influencer?
She is called... Beans. I know who you mean, though. I'm gonna...
You know who I mean. Whatever.
Yeah, played by Jessica Trobot. Get in the comments.
Get in the comments. Talked to everybody, did a little check-in with everyone, and then I went back to the Citadel and saw Caden. Caden's like, I want to get out of this hospital bed. I'm like, you can't. But we make up.
Diana Alice.
That's it.
Diana Alice.
We make up because he had been pretty rude to me about Cerberus early on in the intro to this game. We apologize to each other, and we're like, we're pals again.
Mm-hmm.
And then I know I have other stuff to do on the Citadel, and I was gonna, but I was kind of running out of time, so I was like, all right, let me go do Eden Prime, and then I'll go back.
Nice.
Okay,
so did you speak to Lieutenant Cortez, who's our shuttle pilot?
Oh yes, yeah, I did talk to that guy.
Cool. He's our first gay man. And he brings it up so casually. He just says, "Yeah, me and my husband, we travel all the time."
That's right.
And I'm like,
"Oh, I didn't even.
Awesome.
I guess I didn't even think of it, but yeah, that's true."
When I was a little
casual.
queer kid, that shit fucking ruled. That was the coolest thing in the world. Him just so casually throwing it out was awesome.
Yeah.
I really love that our shuttle pilot is a character. So cool.
Yeah, that is cool.
It's really neat because he does interact with you before missions. He's our pilot. He's no joker, but he is the small shuttle pilot. I think that's really neat. I like the Vega conversation. You have a little fight with him, and I think it's cool. Like a physical fight. It's not like an angry fight. It's like a training thing.
Right. I'm also enjoying. Sorry, not to interrupt you, but I'm also enjoying the reputation stuff that I am racking up. When I talked to our influencer, and when I was wandering around the Citadel, when I would go up to people and check in on them. Yeah. These very small interactions, but you're building
the
reputation.
Respect of the galaxy that Shepard is getting. It's a really cool. It's cool. It's really good. Makes you feel like you're part of this big whole. You have Engineer Adams again. He was the guy from Mass Effect 1. He rejoins the team. And if you bring up, hey, I didn't see you, when the Normandy was here, he's like, I don't like Cerberus. I didn't join Cerberus, but I will join you.
I wonder if I didn't talk to him. Maybe I didn't. I'll have to go and check.
You got fucking...
Because I like that.
Dr. Chakwas, who is...
talk to Dr. Chakwas,
That's my fucking mom. She's the coolest woman ever.
It's America's mom.
America's mom. She doesn't feel bad about joining Cerberus. She's like, yeah, they do shitty things, but I joined you. I don't care about Cerberus. Another cool thing. She says that she doesn't have a family. The Alliance is my spouse, and you are all my children. And I just think she's the coolest fucking woman. She's great. What a cool character. Minor thing, the galaxy map that you have to mission select has Reapers closing in on you. They're all on the outskirts at the minute. Over the course of the game, they're going to be moving in. If you do your area search when you're in a star system and a Reaper is there is a chance that a Reaper will join the area and start chasing you off the map. Or, you'll have a big fight with them because the Reapers are here now. This is war, baby. Everything is going to shit.
That hasn't happened yet. I'm excited.
It's cool. We also find out that the Quarian fleet is missing. The flotilla is gone, and we don't know. We have no way of contacting them. The Reapers do what the Reapers have always said they've done. They are shutting off communications of every single galaxy and keeping people in the dark. Because that's how people unite, and they're just shutting it all down. It's cool as fuck.
And we obviously have to fix that because we need everybody. We need everybody is the thing.
But yeah,
wow.
and then Eden Prime happens.
And then Eden Prime happens.
And then we're gonna, and then it's a big, it's the theme. It's the theme of the franchise. It's one of the most important characters in the entire franchise turns up.
Yeah.
It's
exciting. It is very exciting. It is so Alliance Command lets us know that Eden Prime has been attacked by Cerberus. And that there's a local group resisting there at this like dig site, and we've got to go and investigate and find out what the dig site knows and also defend this place.
There's a cool thing when flying in. You speak to Lieutenant Cortez as you're flying in, and you get a backstory mention. Whatever your backstory was, there is a one-line piece of dialogue that brings it up. So mine was like, oh, well, I mean, I grew up in Earth's gangs, but, I've been with the Alliances, blah, blah, blah. Stuff like that. Like, it's one-line just throwaway about your upbringing, which is a decision we made. It's the first decision we ever made in this franchise.
Make in this game. Yeah,
cool.
Incredible.
But yeah, we get onto Eden Prime.
Yep, we get onto Eden Prime. This is a cool area, in my opinion. Like, little bit frustrating of a map because it is sort of like you know what,
it's a lot of
gave
like
me
shipping container boxes,
but it's also like it's kind of like as you're moving through it, like parts all kind of start to look the same and you have to explore this whole area, so it's really easy to get like a little bit twisted and turned around.
I did get lost a few times in this zone,
and it's not giving you like a direct signal to where you need to go. It is just saying find the pod, find the the thing. But still pretty cool. It does look like a genuine like dig site. You're like hanging over this like deep like quarry essentially, and you're about to like activate the elevator, and then Cerberus ships drop tons and tons of soldiers down. It's time to fight your way through. Lots of like fun places to hide, but then also like you're kind of going through this dig site. It's cool environmental, like you're seeing like the cups of coffee like still poured, like when this place got attacked, like places were like set for dinner, and then all of these soldiers got attacked.
Which is fun because it's just really Eden Prime just sucks to be in these past 4 years. The worst place in the galaxy to sit, because you are going to get jumped by something, either Geth collectors or fucking Reapers or fucking Cerberus.
Yeah. We're what we're looking for is we're looking to like get like the data from that this dig sites pod has like in its system. We want to retrieve that. So that's what we're looking for as we're fighting our way through here. We're also getting like lots of data from like random computers, and there's lots of like other stuff to pick up. But we find the first one, and you kind of hack into it to get the data, and we get this cutscene, which is like it's cool. It starts out like you're watching like grainy found footage, and then you like. And then we really like transport into the memory of what was happening. We see this. What is this race called again?
These are the Protheans.
These are the Protheans. So we are seeing like the Protheans, but like a particular Prothean, this guy in like his last stand against the Reapers, and it is a hot cutscene. It is like he is like, I don't know, he's kind of fine. I'm gonna be honest, because the Reapers are just like decimating this place. Like they have like I couldn't clock what the race of them was on the ground. Like in this cutscene,
as in what they were
modeled after.
I mean, it was the so it's like the collector Protheans versus the actual Protheans.
It's the collectors, yeah. Right.
Yeah, the collectors, because the collectors are based on are Protheans, but
right.
have all of their mental capacity stripped away. Yeah.
Right. So this big fight, like, this guy is holding the fucking line like crazy. His men are going down, and he's like dragging their bodies like behind this big wall. It's like this. It's such an intense cutscene. It's so hot. Yeah. Do you wanna?
Well, you do that. You see this, and then everyone's like, well, this is just garbled nonsense. This doesn't make any sense. And you're like, what are you talking about? This makes perfect sense. It's a video. It's a, thing.
We're seeing it.
They're like, oh, I didn't get that. This just looked like ridiculous data. And then they're like, oh, you're able to understand this because the Prothean vision that you had back in Mass Effect 1 that kicked off all these events, they let you read Prothean. And Prothean isn't a written language. It is a feeling.
Visuals,
it's a felt language.
Yeah.
So you are able to feel the Prothean language because you touched this beacon all this time ago. The artifact that you find here that they found turns out to be a stasis pod. It is a Prothean in stasis. Whilst you're fighting through all these Cerberus, you see more and more of these visions, and then it turns out this guy is called Commander Javik. Javik. The last vision that you see of him is him shutting himself into a pod because he's forced to, basically. And then the AI of the the pod says, I'm going to shut off every source of power necessary. Someone is going to have to manually get you out of here because that's the only way to conserve energy, which is the same thing that happened with Vigil all the way in Mass Effect 1. That's why all the Prothean pods were turned off, because it's the same event. It is to conserve energy. They're just going to start turning people off that this thing can last as long as possible.
Yeah.
The thing that lasted as long as possible in this one instance is Javik. We go back, we open up this pod, this Prothean artifact, and the guy who wakes up is Commander Javik, the last ever Prothean, going from fighting to try to stop the Reapers. That fight is
fun, too.
Hoping they're going
defending the pod is fun.
Oh, yeah, defending it is cool. I liked it. Went to bed fighting the Reapers, knowing that one day people can stop the Reapers. He wakes up 50,000 years later fighting the Reapers. This is our last stand. He woke up from one entire, sentient, galactic race's last stand, waking up to another entire sentient race's last stand.
My guy is stressed and sad.
Yeah.
It's actually devastating.
And then, oh my God. And then you go back to the ship. Everyone is guns at him because he's a Prothean, and that's horrific. He is just sat casually. You're like, everyone shut the fuck up, leave. Let me talk to this guy. Liara is buzzing. The most excited you've ever seen this woman. She spent her life studying Prothean artifacts, and now she's in face-to-face with a real-life Prothean. Crazy. Yeah. He says that all Protheans have taken the mantle of a feeling, of a thing, an energy, and you're like, well, what's yours? And he says, well, mine's vengeance, and he is the embodiment of vengeance.
Hey, is that something you like?
I'm gonna tell you what I fucking like. then
is that something you like?
Then he says something about he talks about doing this one big, pretty, horrific and dangerous move, and you say something along the lines of, oh, well, that's not very honorable. And then he says the coolest line, which is, stand in the ashes of 1 trillion dead souls and ask them if your honor matters. Oh my God, the coolest thing anyone has ever said. That guy sat thinking about that for 50,000 years. He was like, "Oh, it's gonna be so fucking hype when I break."
He might have been unconscious, but he was dreaming about
He was
that.
dreaming it.
He was dreaming that line.
The coolest guy in the fucking world.
Because we see these, so we have I don't know if we said, but we have like, because we have that first memory that we absorb of his, and then we get a second one where we get to like absorb so much of this guy before we wake him up, and it's just like it's this devastating tale of like, you know, like he lost the first time around.
He lost. Yeah.
He lost.
And he went into cryostasis hoping that his race would survive. And that's what he's talking about. He's talking about how the Protheans were just sacrificing their people. Were like how we switched off communication to like the council in Mass Effect 1. They were doing that to entire planets, being like, nope, the Reapers are on there, they're dead, let's focus resources somewhere else. And that's when you start talking about honor, and you're like, that's crazy. Like,
yeah.
And he's like, yeah, but we held them back for like 100 years. He said, I've never been alive and not been fighting the Reapers. It's just the way that Protheans have existed. Protheans wanted a unified society, and we have been here for 100 hours now, wondering what the Protheans are like. They built all of this crazy stuff. You know, they are this incredible, powerful, like, race. They must be like smart and caring.
Their
and do
stuff
things
is all over the universe.
Everywhere.
It's everywhere.
And he immediately is dispelling all this. Like, you know, we know that a lot of Prothean artifacts are actually Reaper artifacts.
Reaper artifacts, right. We learned that in 2, yeah.
And he says, we were sacrificing people by the planetful because they're not useful to us anymore. They can't help us. He talks about how it's the Prothean Empire. They are an empire. They would find like sentient races, have them get a choice of being enslaved or die. Like, join our empire, live by our ideals, or you're just not going to be part of our, you know, galactic union, because that's the way they thought the galaxy would best be united. Like, they are not good people. They're
deeply
villainous race, and it's crazy to find this out now. It's
Which is interesting, because that's sort of the Reaper idea, is that, like, you all occasionally go crazy, and we have to come and wipe you out.
And before
like,
you get too strong.
The Protheans are maybe the example of that might be correct.
Yeah.
Like, is the thing. Is like, maybe they needed to be wiped out, actually.
And it's also this crazy thing of this whole franchise, everything is Prothean. But then he starts saying species would lose their name if they would join Protheans. They would then become Prothean. Like, Protheans aren't one single race. It is an empire of people. So a Turian would say,
like Kenari.
yes, we're going to join, just like Kenari. They would be like, yeah, I'm going to join a Prothean. And then Turians would no longer exist. They are all Protheans. So it's Prothean technology, this thing that we've idolized, is just, well, this is just a galaxy technology.
It's just technology. It's just all the
tech.
technology
That's
in the
all
galaxy.
It is.
Yeah,
because they just wiped the names of every single person that ever helped
It's colonization of everybody's inventions.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
This is day 1 DLC. This is a DLC that was supposed to be in base game, and they took away. And it's fascinating to me because he is, like, this series is about him. He's the protagonist of this franchise. He's just coming into it late. Like, we have been talking about this race this whole time, and he is the only surviving member. Amazing. Yeah. Amazing.
Yeah. And he wakes up and is like, yeah, we did all that.
I just think it's just outstanding. It's so cool. It's fascinating seeing Liara coming in and being the most excited to interview a Prothean, and then finding out that they're like an evil empire of people, and he just doesn't have the power to like back up all of his words at the minute. He's like, yeah, I'm going to join you because you're going to kill all the Reapers, right? You're like, oh my god, we have this thing, the catalyst. What is it? And he's like, I don't know. That was someone else's job. That was someone else's job. I was there to kill as many people as possible. I'm not a scientist. I'm a soldier.
Right.
I'm not a
but
politician.
Now we have this
I'm
thing.
a guy. And he's now fucking here. And
yeah.
he's part of your crew. And it's it's so cool. God, I love him so much. Oh, it's so cool. It's fascinating. It's great. I love Commander Jarvik. I think he's so cool. He is also a commander. He is Shepard. He is Shepard if Shepard fails and gets put into stasis.
And if Shepard is fucking evil
and
shit.
If you're full renegade Shepard, this is the same guy.
It's gonna be so interesting, I think, the course of his story.
Yeah.
I just can't wait
till... says one of the coolest fucking lines in the whole franchise.
There is a thing I've noticed is that a lot of my renegade options so far in this game have been to like be pissed off at Cerberus, and I have been curious about that, and I had like a few like opportunities to choose it where I was like, yeah, Ani hates Cerberus, obviously. But something about the way they keep coming up to me, I'm like, we have so, like, this is the end of the world. Like, I have no time to be bitter about Cerberus right now. I have to save the galaxy. I have to save the universe.
I'm fucking busy, I think.
I'm busy. But I think that has been a thing. I'm wondering if I've just made like this decision based on a couple of random options, or if that is a thing that I am actually noticing. But like a couple of them in a row for me have been like, your renegade option is to shit on Cerberus. And I'm like, I do hate Cerberus.
But Cerberus are also trying to kill me.
Yeah.
You see this, right? They're all here jumping my ass. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm having fun. I'm having a lot of fun.
Great game.
And
cutscenes are amazing.
Cutscenes. I was going to just bring that up.
It is a great finale. It feels like the end of everything.
Oh, it
feels
so like a finale. I feel like we're here. I feel like we've built, and I feel like it is like an earned epic. Like it the way 1 and 2 escalated off of each other to where we are now feels earned. It feels like this makes sense that everything feels so dire and so epic.
Yeah.
We really earned our spot here, and it feels good. The payoff is feeling great right now. I'm having a blast, and I'm just so excited. I can sense. I haven't looked up anything about who else comes back or like who our other companions are or anything like that, but I can sense the seeds of like maybe who I might see and like who might either be referenced or might appear or whatever.
Yeah.
So I'm getting really fucking excited about that. And I'm just having a fucking blast to be honest.
It's truly great. Like, I know we mentioned it a little earlier, but like your crew are talking to each other. Like like your companions are talking to each other, talking to you whilst you're talking to other people, like in dialogue. But then also it's like you walk around the Normandy, the whole crew are talking to each other. Like everyone is interested and everything is being built.
Edie's abilities are so cool. Edie's so cool.
Edie's fucking sick.
I brought Edie to Eden Prime. I did Edie, and you have to bring Liara, so it's Edie and Liara. Oh my god, Edie's so cool. She does that like body double thing where she's like got like a
where
projector
she copies
of herself.
Yeah.
And also, I also feel, and maybe it was because I wasn't as good at the previous 2 games, like mechanically, but I feel like my companions are really holding ground in a way that they weren't in the first.
They're doing their own thing.
They're really taking people out in this fight in a big way, even if I'm not directly controlling them, which I am trying to do more often. I am trying to like give directives to like Liara and Edie and stuff, but even when I'm not, they're really killing people out there. And it's great.
Yeah, it's fucking cool.
So I no longer feel like I am alone, which like I felt a little bit in 2. I really felt in 1. I felt like I was for sure just alone on the
unless you
battlefield
control
every time.
people, it's just you doing shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So this just feels like we are a team. We are a squad. And it feels like that's translating in a big way.
Yeah. No, it's great. It's really cool. Speaking of team, I don't know if you went to Liara's room, but she's still the Shadow Broker.
Yes.
In a way that's really cool. Like her room is like all of the setup that you see from the first one. She has a little like robot assistant now. She talks about how Cerberus immediately found the base. So instead of like trying to keep it, she just launched the skyship at them. And apparently narrowly avoided the Elusive Man. The Elusive Man was like going to the ship, and she just launched the whole ship at him, just taking all the computers and hard drives and communication devices.
Right.
It's great.
She's like,
it's
I can actually do this from anywhere. I can do this remote.
Yeah, because unlike the Elusive Man, it's the Shadow Broker is like, well, you're really good. Like, it's the person who has all the like contacts,
right?
Not
your resources or whatever.
The Elusive Man needs the resources and needs like, needs all that stuff.
And needs other people to do his dirty work.
Have all that. Yeah.
Yeah.
He doesn't have the smarts to back it up. He's just like a slimy guy.
Creep.
He's a fucking creep. But yeah. I'm glad you're really liking it.
I'm really fucking liking it. I'm having a blast.
I've been so excited. The reason why Mass Effect 3 is going to be really long is because I feel like there's so much to like enjoy and talk about and do in the episode. In the small, you can play for like 2 hours and then come away and being like, wow, we met this guy who we met in this game and this mission, and they're doing this now. And
I fully I was like, you know what? If there comes a point where I play like through these missions and I feel like we're not going to have enough to talk about, we can always adjust. But at this point, like just doing those 2, I was like, oh no, I feel fucking hyped. I feel great. And honestly, I'm just having a good time. I also obviously, like, as much as I didn't love taking 2 weeks off, my body needed it because it shut down. And I was like, when I got back into it, I was having, I think that feeling of like when you jump into a video game, which like I didn't, in 2 I had a good time, but 2 did at times feel like a little bit of a slog for me, gameplay wise. And so I never really sunk into it. But when I strapped in to play this particular set of missions that we just did this week, I was vegged. I was so I was in a I was in it, and I was cozy. I had fucking snacks and drinks, and I was really fucking immersed in my I was just I really have found this game so far to be gripping me into it. It's awesome.
It's fantastic. I love it. I deeply, deeply love this game. I think this it's great. I also, this is the most minor and doesn't matter at all. I do love that if you've played the previous games, you start at level 30. You're the most juiced guy in the world, because it's she's saved the world twice.
And why wouldn't you? But that makes so much sense, and that's so interesting and new.
It's cool.
Video games you don't get to do that very often. That's so cool.
Yeah,
it's what really a cool thing.
Really brilliant. Beautiful. Okay.
What was our?
I have a pitch for you. I have a pitch.
Pitch it.
So next week, and just informing everyone, next week we are going to be doing Grisham Academy, the N7 mission Cerberus Lab, and Priority Surkesh. Those are the 3 things we're doing. You can do any other side content that you want. Any Citadel missions, because Citadel missions are a consistently rotating thing.
I have to go back to the Citadel.
So you can go do that. But Grisham Academy, N7 Cerberus Lab, and Priority Surkesh. So, I have a pitch. It's a dangerous game, but there is a lot of very quotable lines. I'm wondering if we do a different one every week.
Hey,
I'm wondering if we can pull it off. We're doing a main mission a week. I have a feeling we can. And the reason why I'm thinking this is because stand in the ashes of a million dead podcasts ask them if honor matters is my pitch for this week's closing remarks. Yeah.
You know what? Hey. Actually, Robin, it's sick what you've been saying. That's so dishonorable.
You think that's dishonorable? Stand in the ashes of a trillion dead podcasts and ask them if honor matters. Good.
Fuck.
Good.
I love it, actually.